Imagine standing in a lake where you simply cannot sink. No matter how hard you try, your body keeps floating on the surface. It almost feels as if the water is pushing you back into the air. Welcome to the Dead Sea, one of the strangest places on Earth. Despite its name, the Dead Sea is not actually a sea. It is a salt lake located between Jordan and Israel, with the West Bank along its western shore. For thousands of years, people have traveled here because of its unusual waters. Some came out of curiosity, others came for trade. Many believed its minerals had special healing properties, but the greatest mystery isn't why people visit. The real mystery is why almost nothing can live here. The answer begins with salt, a lot of salt. The Dead Sea contains nearly 10 times more salt than the average ocean. That extreme salinity changes everything. Fish cannot survive in its waters. Most aquatic plants cannot grow here, which is why early travelers called it the Dead Sea. But despite the name, the lake is far from lifeless. Tiny microorganisms can survive in certain conditions. Scientists continue to study these microscopic forms of life, helping us understand how organisms adapt to some of the harshest environments on Earth. Another remarkable feature of the Dead Sea is that it is the lowest exposed land point on Earth's surface. Its shoreline lies more than 430 meters below sea level. That makes it one of the most unique geographic locations on the planet. And its story began millions of years ago. The story of the Dead Sea begins with the Earth itself. Millions of years ago, powerful geological forces slowly shaped this region. The Dead Sea lies within the Jordan Rift Valley, part of a much larger geological system known as the Great Rift Valley. Over an immense period of time, the land gradually shifted. The valley became deeper and water collected in the basin. Unlike most lakes, the Dead Sea has no outlet to the ocean. The Jordan River is its main source of fresh water. Water flows into the lake, but it has nowhere to flow out. Instead, the hot desert climate causes enormous amounts of water to evaporate. The water disappears into the air, but the salt and minerals remain behind. Year after year, century after century, the concentration of salt continued to increase. Eventually, the lake became one of the saltiest large bodies of water on Earth. This is also why people float so easily. Human bodies are less dense than the extremely salty water. The water naturally pushes the body upward. Even people who cannot swim can usually float with very little effort. Visitors from around the world often experience this unique feeling for the first time. Photographs of people reading newspapers while floating have become famous across the globe. But floating is only part of what makes the Dead Sea extraordinary. Its waters contain high concentrations of minerals, including magnesium, potassium, calcium, and bromide. For centuries, these minerals have attracted travelers, merchants, and researchers alike. Many cosmetic products are still made using minerals collected from the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea has also played an important role throughout human history. Ancient civilizations lived around its shores. Trade routes passed nearby. Empires recognized the region for its valuable natural resources. Historical records show that bitumen, a natural form of asphalt, was collected from the Dead Sea thousands of years ago. It was used for construction, waterproofing, and even in ancient Egyptian mummification. The region also holds deep religious significance. It is mentioned in historical and religious traditions that have shaped cultures for centuries. Nearby lies one of the most important archaeological discoveries of the 20th century, the Dead Sea Scrolls, discovered in caves near Qumran between 1947 and 1956. These ancient manuscripts transformed historians' understanding of early religious texts and life in the region over 2,000 years ago. Today, the Dead Sea remains a destination for scientists from around the world. Geologists study its changing landscape. Biologists examine the microorganisms that survive in its extreme conditions. Climate researchers monitor how the environment continues to evolve. Every year, thousands of tourists visit to experience its famous floating waters, its mineral-rich mud, and the dramatic desert scenery that surrounds the lake. But behind this remarkable landscape, a serious problem is unfolding. The Dead Sea is shrinking. Its water level has been falling for decades. In many places, the shoreline has moved hundreds of meters away from where it once stood. This is changing the landscape faster than many people realize. Why is the Dead Sea shrinking? The biggest reason is that less water is reaching it. For decades, much of the water from the Jordan River has been diverted for agriculture drinking water, and industry. As a result, far less fresh water now flows into the Dead Sea than in the past. At the same time, the region's hot, dry climate continues to cause intense evaporation. Water leaves the lake every day, but not enough fresh water replaces it. Human activity has also played a role. Mineral extraction industries use large evaporation ponds to harvest valuable minerals from the water. This contributes to the overall loss of water from the lake. The shrinking shoreline has created another unexpected danger: sinkholes. As underground layers of salt dissolve, the ground above can suddenly collapse. Hundreds of sinkholes have appeared around the Dead Sea. Some have damaged roads, others have affected farms and tourist areas. Scientists and governments continue to study possible solutions. Several ideas have been proposed to help protect the Dead Sea, but preserving such a unique natural wonder is a complex challenge. The story of the Dead Sea is more than a story about salt. It is a story about geology, climate, history, and the relationship between people and nature. A place where ancient history meets modern science, where one of Earth's harshest environments continues to surprise researchers, and where the future remains uncertain. The Dead Sea reminds us that even the world's most extraordinary places can change, sometimes slowly, sometimes faster than anyone expects, and understanding those changes may be the key to protecting this remarkable place for generations to come.